What's going on, everybody? It's Joe Giunta with Trend Trading Academy, here to help you trade and get paid. It's been a while, but I got my boy Jay Wayne in the house with me.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, y'all make sure you go to his channel, Jay Take Profits. Go hit that subscribe button. You already know we bringing major value around here, both channels. So, hey, say what's up, man.
Hey, what up, y'all? Y'all already know when I come on here, man, I mean business. But look, my mission is to just help you guys become profitable traders so you can get your time freedom back and start empowering people around you. I think Joe relates to that as well, because we're just using this Forex as just a vehicle to get us to that time freedom and that wealth. So each and every video Joe released to you guys, you can just count on that. So you might as well just hit the like button every time the video drops, because you can just count on that he's going to give you these nuggets that you need to become wealthy.
Thanks. Yeah, we like to bring major value out here to you people. We love the YouTube fam, man. We appreciate it, right? I mean, we appreciate all the YouTube fam. Y'all likes, comments, all of that stuff that you do helps us to push the videos out to more and more people, and it allows us to really fulfill what we feel is our mission, and that's helping people. So thank you guys for the support on the channel. Definitely appreciate that. So before we get into this video, let's talk about something real quick, because I'm thankful. I'm getting so many comments and we're getting emails, all this stuff. And Jay, I mean, talk to us, man. Like, isn't this awesome? Like, how do you feel, man? Like, knowing that where we both come from, we've shared that story.
Yeah.
Where we both come from, like how God is God. We know it's God. Is put us in a position to be even a small part of seeing so many people's success. How many comments, how many inboxes are we getting with life-changing stuff happening?
Right.
Like, how do you feel being a part of all that, man?
I think it's crazy. Sometimes I get goosebumps still because I look and say, man, I really put the time in. We really put the time in and really got a grasp on the Forex market and how the money flows in and out of this market. And then God blessed us with an ability to teach you guys in a way that's simple. Before, It was like, I was trying to learn stuff from people that didn't even speak English. It was hard, language barriers. People that were very, very boring to listen to, monotone type speakers. So God blessed us with a ability to teach you guys. And then the next thing to think about is we're actually helping people become part of the 3%, part of the 1% of this population, people on earth. Because I guarantee you go to the grocery store, nobody knows about this.
Right.
And if they know about it, they don't know how to get the money out of it.
Right.
And we're actually teaching you guys. You guys got to drop fire emojis right now below in the comment section. If you understand what I just said, like, you guys come to a channel where you can get the valuable, and I'm talking about profitable information and relevant information. You guys gonna get the entertainment value that goes without saying, and then also it's gonna be related to you or taught to you in a way that you can get it quickly.
Right. Yeah.
Drop a fire emoji.
Hey, drop that fire emoji. Y'all know I love that one too.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yep. So
only traders understand.
Only traders understand. That's the next song.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna do the collab one.
Fire.
So all right, guys. So let's get into it.
Have faith in your mind, have faith in your grind, invest in yourself, transform in your time. Have faith in your mind, have faith in your grind, invest in yourself, transform in your time. When you trade and get paid, trade and get paid, trade and get paid, trade and get paid, trade and get paid. Oh yeah, trade and get paid, trade and get paid.
We've been in a series, chart patterns. I did part 1. We talked about top-down analysis and understanding how to look at the big picture. All right, if you haven't seen that video, I'm gonna put it up here above. I want to make sure you watch that video. You should be watching that one, then the second one, and then this one, because all 3 are gonna fit together to help you understand chart patterns. All right, so the first one we talked about that, looking at the big picture. You can't just look at one piece. You got to zoom out and look at the big picture. We call that, in the Forex traders, we call that top-down analysis.
Right.
All right. And then in number 2, we talked about how chart patterns work together, recognizing chart patterns, and how basically you might see how one pattern, while you might look at that maybe on a 15 or a 30-minute chart, that might only be a piece of a much bigger pattern when you look at the, maybe a bigger time frame, 4 hour, 1 hour,
Right.
whatever. All right. So, Jay, let's talk about this for a minute, man. What is your take on, looking at that bigger picture? Because you trade the smaller time frames. You trade the 30-minute. You're more of a day trader, intraday. So looking at that bigger picture, why is that still important for somebody who trades the smaller time frames?
So I would say, so first of all, even though I'm a scalper and an intraday trader, I'm still looking at the daily. I don't usually look at the weekly or the monthly, because I'm literally in trades for like an hour or a 2 hour time frame. So you're going to get fluctuation within the day candle,
Sure.
and you can make money both ways. But can I start with the daily?
Sure.
You want to look at the daily because you can get at a really crucial spot in the market where it could either go either way on the daily. When you get to those type of spots, when you look left, it's structure, market price action. Market structure looking left. So you had a pivotal spot on the daily. You can't just be going willy-nilly to the lower time frames and start trying to hit buy and sell because you see a little move happening. I'm talking about, you think like all I want is 10 pips, all I want is 8 pips. That thing will go 30 the other way real fast.
Quick.
But had you went to the higher time frame, you would have known that today was the day you waited.
Right.
Today was the day you waited. And if you're like a swing trader, then you just go up a couple time frames. For a swing trader, your entry time frame is what, a daily or 4 hour? 4 hour. So you looking at monthly, weekly, and all of that stuff. So
weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour for retest.
So you hear what he just said. So you take what I'm saying for scalpers and just use those time frames. Same principles apply for the swing traders. But I think it's important because you get to that spot in the market where it's like, you know what, today for scalping, I need to wait for price to make a move in this area. Right. Like for an example, I need price to impulse a bearish candle to drop down to show me that it's breaking this level on a daily. Now I can start planning my scalp trades around that move that happened on the daily. Right.
And so what we see oftentimes is that, maybe if you're looking at the 15-minute or the 30-minute chart, let's say you're seeing a double bottom. Let's just say a double bottom.
Okay.
And you're looking at the 15 or the 30-minute chart, you find this double bottom, but when you look up maybe at the 1 hour or the 4 hour chart, that W on the 15 or the 30, that W might actually end up being the left shoulder on an inverse head and shoulders on the larger time frame. And so you have to understand how multiple time frames work together and how chart patterns work together, because you don't want to get faked out thinking, oh, there's another W coming, but really that was a head forming and you're going to get a push out, right? So you want to make sure you understand those things. So how does that affect, like, so again, from the smaller time frame, how often are you seeing that kind of thing happen where you see maybe a pattern forming, but then you realize, oh, wait, the reason I got to be cautious here is because, there's a W here that I want to catch a breakout, but if I look up one time frame, there's a teacup or this or whatever. So so you want to talk about that for a minute?
So what's for me real quick, bro, is I just simply what solved my problems with that not getting. Let me just say this: when people they want to start on the higher time frames because we've been drilling it in their minds, but then they get stuck on the lower time frames for the whole entire session that they trade.
Right.
They just stay there. What's going to help you see all of this stuff forming and you can start putting it in this proper perspectives is having your entry time frame on a split chart over here, go in trading view, and have another chart on the right side that's going to be bumping from 1 hour, 4 hour, 1 hour, 4 hour.
Good.
That way you will not get lost in the sauce on that 15, 5. Some people even go down to the 5 minute and they just be getting stuck, faked out because they see all type of other patterns happening on the 5 minute.
Right.
They completely forget what was happening on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. So have two screens split side by side if you can.
Sure.
All right, and that's going to help you. So as you're seeing this double bottom or whatever it is Joe said on the 15, you can clearly see a bigger pattern that's forming. So now you can start making decisions. And I would say, guys, if you want to learn how to really piece all that together, at Trend Trading Academy, we show you how to, piece all that together and make high quality trade setup ideas around it. And I mean, the trade setups is like what, 85, 90%. I mean, I don't want to say 100%, but we don't lose much, man.
We don't lose much.
And so we would help you piece these time frame, different patterns, all this together. Because look, you know what, Joe? I'm gonna show them in a second how to eat off of something like a pattern 3 times, 2 and 3 times.
So let me ask you guys a question. I mean, again, hit that fire emoji, do something. If y'all are ready to take it from here at this point in the video, and do you want me to let Jay loose on these charts? That's the question. I'm gonna need some comments. I'm gonna need some, but I'm gonna let him do it. So I'm gonna let Jay show you on the charts what we're talking about. Let's get to them charts.
All right, guys. So here we are on GBP odd. Okay, we're on a 30-minute chart, and I just want you to look at this chart right here on TradingView. And I want you to just see, I'm about to show you how to eat about 2 or 3 times off of what you see here, how you could have ate. And I'm not just going to just say, oh, we could have did this here, we could have did that there, because now that we see it. I'm going to give you rules, very simple, quick to the point rules that will help you prepare for the next move. I'm not going to just talk about what you see and say you could have did this or you could have did that. Because when I give you rules to anticipate for future moves, you set, you good to go. That's what you need, and that's what you guys want. I know it, trust me. So let's go to the higher time frame and look and see what's going on here. All right, guys. So as we talked about in the intro of this video, it's called multiple time frame analysis, and you want to be doing top down analysis, and we're starting at the 4 hour. And I want you to see price was basically sitting at this rejection level here. I mean, you got price rejecting here, that doji candle there. If you drag it across, you got a bunch of wicks here. All the way through at this level, you got a bunch of rejections coming. And then there's another level down here. So these are 2 levels here of rejection. And how do we know that? Because we look left, seeing that happened in the past. All right, so now let's go down to the 30-minute. That's the first thing, is identify these key levels of supply and demand zones on the higher time frames. And now we can go lower, because my goal is to help you fine-tune your entries and pick it apart, and you can eat off of a big move like 2 and 3 times. So now in this situation, you got price rejecting again on a 30-minute chart. You see it bounce here, and now you're seeing it kind of bounce here. But this time, just like last time, it was going in the angle, and this is an opportunity. You got this big bearish move here and engulfing candles, and then it stops here at this level. It's not about a coincidence. So I want you to mark that up with a flag pattern. That's what I would do. So you want to go from the wick here and just drag it across. Looking at, a currency heat wave, that's an indicator. All right, so you see a doji candle sitting right here at the top. So that's kind of like telling you, hey, we might be running out of momentum. But that's not all. For me, I'm going to look at the currency heat wave, seeing what is GBP looking like. At this point, if it's going to break this trend line here, right, this this would be forming like some type of flag pattern, and I put the trend line. If it's going to break it, then odd would need to be getting strong on the currency heat wave. So that's that. And there you see the break. So that's how we're going to eat off once. So earlier when I said just look at the chart, look and tell me, what do you see?
this was how you could have capitalized off it. And I just literally walked you through the mindset and the key points that you look for. So now we made a lower low. At this point, you don't know. We saw earlier, we saw a head and shoulders. But at this point, you don't know it's forming yet. There has to be rules. And as I'm scalping and going along my day through London, I'm aware of this. So from here, you can pull up a trend line here, and then we can delete this one because that was just to help us, you know, go into the continuation. And also, if you want to just go ahead and add in a 50 moving average, you can see we're already below it. So we're just following the trend on this time frame. Okay, and that is good for us for scalping. Now let's take let's keep the 50 on. All right, so now you can hold the trade, you can move up the stop loss. Guys, if you want to learn how to trail this, let's say you got in at this trend line break and you want to learn how to trail, then just watch Joe's last video on how to use the trailing stop loss, because it'll show you how to hold that trade and not get out so early. All right, so now we don't know what head and shoulders is forming yet, but we just have to wait. So now when it breaks this trend line, okay, boom, there it is. See, this is the way that I trade. The market does over and over and over. And when it doesn't, then I will switch the way that I trade. And trust me, guys, me and Joe are always continually studying, refining the way that we trade, because maybe one day the market might switch the way it moves. We're going to be ahead of a curve and be right with it, adjusting our strategy, our methods according to the market year after year. All right, so now at this point, okay, I want you to go back. I'm gonna put on the chart right here what we saw in the beginning. This was the head and shoulder beginning to form. Now we already ate once. Okay, now take a break. Let the market form again. Let it go into New York session, and now it's starting to pull back like it always do. So now you're saying, okay, potentially we have a head and shoulders pattern forming. So what I want you to do, we have everything that we need. We got the left shoulder. So what I want you to do is mark up the left shoulder. And here's the left shoulder area right at market structure looking left. I can go back for you. Boom. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So now we can anticipate. See, I'm not telling you, oh, I see the market did this. You should have did that. You should have put a line here. You should have entered there. No. I'm showing you like proof that this works. So look, left shoulder area, we're waiting for a retest here. Okay. Right at that level, we're waiting for a retest. And also, I want to show you, I like to couple it together with the 50 moving average. So if we can get a retest on this area, breaking above the 50, that's a scalp entry. That's the intraday scalp entry to write that up, okay? All right, so now go to the 15-minute chart and let's see what happened. Boom. There we go. That's how you want to see that. Joe wanted me to show you how we're going to do this scalping, finding, good entry points, because Joe is going to lace you up with these higher time frames, and he know how to scalp as well. He wanted me to share my perspective, but he just showed you on part 1 and part 2 how to see these pattern forming and how to take advantage of them on the higher time frames. And now I have the pleasure to showing you how to get in and fine tune these entries on the lower time frame. And this is how. So I took you from a trending pattern to now a reversal pattern entry. The trend line flag pattern break following the trend entry. And now the trend line break entry. Now the reversal pattern entry, which is this inverted head and shoulders. And I showed you the entry now. Now, Joe, he kills that neckline entry. So, so now that we made money on the flag pattern here. We made money on the trend line break here. We made money on the left shoulder, right shoulder pullback zone here. Now we can delete this, and now we can do the neckline entry right here. Mark that up. And now when it breaks this neckline, we out of there. Boom. Retest right on the neckline, out of there all day long. Right there. And, you know, it just happens like this over and over and over. All right. And I'm just blessed that I have the opportunity to share you guys this knowledge. Like, it's crazy that we have this ability to grab wealth out of this market, to grab this money and just bless people and you know, help our families out and friends. But you know what? You won't be able to do any of this if you're not mastering the content. If you're just watching this for entertainment value, that's not good enough. You need to spend time, rewatch these videos, and master this. You have to know these scenarios like the back of your hand. You don't have time to flip through books, London session, 3 o'clock in the morning, trying to figure out what to do. This have to be in you. Okay, so watch the videos that he's posting and master them. Use the journal that he has. Take the notes on the good trades and the bad trades and all of that, and you know, create the trading plan that he's showing you how to do. And the year's time, after a year go by, you're gonna be like, wow, I come a long way. Like, wow, I'm making bigger withdrawals now because I'm staying disciplined over and over. You have to stay disciplined. You can't try to beat the market. So let me just what I mean is, you can't just try to beat the market in like with a bias and try to time these entries like, oh, I know it's going to do this. No, wait. The market is going to form and show its hand. Wait, let it form and take advantage of it. Be professional, set your alerts, get up in the morning and be there. No excuses. So let's recap real quick. We got an entry here, continuation. We got an entry here for the trend line break. We got an entry here. Let me put that line there again. From the left shoulder, right shoulder retest area. And we got an entry from the neckline, which is textbook. The textbooks don't talk about cutting the head off. The head and shoulders, or the inverted head and shoulders, they don't talk about cutting the head off. Even though they probably figured it out and do it, they don't want to tell y'all, but we got you. All right. So delete that, and then we ate off the neckline break.
So guys, that's fire. That's fire, bro. Just because you are able to recognize a pattern that happened in the market and understand price action first,
right?
Confirmations, and of course pattern recognition. You're not only able to find one, not two,
right,
but 3 entries. We're eating 3 times off of one pattern simply because we understood how to bring this down and how to properly recognize what is happening in the market and how price is reacting to certain places. Bro, that's fire, man.
Bro, I'm telling you. And look, I could have took it a step further and showed you a supply zone where you could have ate off another buy, but hey, that's another topic for another day. But it's incredible, bro. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, there you have it. I hope this video brought you a lot of value. Part 3 of the chart patterns. I've been promising it to you, and I brought it. And I even brought my man Jay Wayne. Thank you, bro, for being on the video with us today.
Anytime, any day.
Yes, sir. It's always good to have Jay on the Trade and Get Paid. And you know, I try to pop in from time to time, help him out on TTP. But we all family here. This is Trend Trading Academy. We do this together, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you also go over to Jay's channel, Jay Take Profits. Like, comment, subscribe. Getting a double dose of that today. And if you want to be a student, what they got to do?
Hey, look, trendtrading.academy. We got you. We going to lace you up. Trendtrading.academy. And we got everything you need from beginner to advanced trade setups daily.
And don't forget, if you want to get your Forex gear, get that merch, you know, the Forex Bull, I do this. especially the trading journal, go to tradinggetpaid.com and go ahead and get that today. I promise you, it'll help you trading. You'll take your whole trading journey to the next level. All right. For now, I'm gonna see you in the next video.
Peace.
Yeah.